Cutscene number 2. A prison common room, brightly lit with artificial lights. The narrow windows high on the walls show the gray winter sky of Seattle. Inside the room, male metahumans lounge at round tables, playing cards or watching the trid screens. They are wearing close-fitted blue jumpsuits with yellow numbers printed in across their back. There is a catwalk above them with a single guard wearing a black uniform and holding a shotgun. Cameras in the corners of the room leave little doubt that nothing happens here that is not observed and recorded. An intercom crackles to life, and a jovial voice calls out, "You're up for 12. Report to your station ASAP." None of the prisoners give any indication that they heard or cared until the guard on the catwalk yells gruffly, "For 12, get your hoop and gear. You heard the man." A prisoner stands slowly, seemingly painfully, from one of the metal tables. He is human, short and thin, with long, poorly cut, graying brown hair. His face is thin, and a stringy mustache and goatee don't improve the look, nor do the small round glasses pushed up against his face. The number 412 is emblazoned across the shoulders of his jumpsuit. 412 nods at his companions around the table. He has been playing some archaic analog game on a checkered board with a large, dark-skinned orc who barely seems contained by his jumpsuit. Several other prisoners are standing around the table staring intently at the board. The orc nods back at him and touches a long, knobby fingers to his temple in salute. "See you when you get back, Ome," the orc rumbles. A large plasteel door opens, and as 412 passes through it, another guard in black falls into step beside him. "Why do you always make us come to get you, 412? Don't you like having a nice little job and getting extra rations? You want to go into solitary for a while?" The only reaction from 412 is a resigned shrug. The two pass down several corridors and are buzzed through a heavy security door. They approach a row of pods. Several are occupied by other metahumans, slumped in padded restraints. 412 climbs into one with practiced motions. As he leans forward, a small, dark gray metallic box is revealed, fused to the back of his neck. Then he sits back and unreels a jack from a spool in the headrest. Padded restraints snap into place around his ankles and chest. The jack slots neatly into a port on his right temple, and 412 slumps instantly into the restraints. In a large warehouse, an unmanned forklift hums to life. The forks are raised and lowered as if testing their function. Then the lift rolls smoothly into the aisles of deeply stacked crates and shipping containers, joining others of its kind as they go about the task of loading and unloading a steady stream of drone trucks that arrive and depart in an intricately synchronized dance. That was cutscene number 2. So imagine the camera panning out from there across Seattle's skyline, swerving and swooping towards downtown across the campus, where we see a white Mitsubishi Night Sky limousine sliding smoothly into traffic on a main street that's running parallel to the Washington University campus. Boxer, you're on your motorcycle. You're converging with the white limousine over which you see the AR symbol of the extraction target. It has merged into light traffic on the main road running parallel to campus, and you are exiting an alley, merging onto this main road. Behind you, the girl Kirsten is shouting, "There they are!" in a voice that sounds both exhilarated and terrified. Nightingale, you are in your van following Boxer. The fascinating Catwoman seems to have gotten you embroiled in some mad and dangerous endeavor to rescue another unknown person for reasons that you cannot entirely fathom at this point, except that her actions seem to be driven by some code of honor that you need to understand further. However, in the meantime, you are doing your best to keep the rapidly accelerating two-wheeled vehicle Boxer controls in sight. All right. We're not going to cut to Cecile just yet. I want to see um, Boxer, this is your initiative turn.
All right.
So you're on your motorcycle. You see the white car, the Mitsubishi Night Sky. It's sort of slid into traffic and it's headed normally down the street. You're coming out of an alleyway, and it looks like you're on course to intercept the vehicle.
Mm,
How do you want to do this, or what do you want to do?
At the moment, I am looking through my inventory to see if I have literally anything that can stop a car. Did I bring my grenades? Probably. Unfortunate, however, that they are all meant to be shot out of grenade launchers. Hmm. Oh well. Okay. Stop a moving car. Discuss the pony. Uh, can't stop it. Mm. And they detected us, right? They're
You
like
don't know
freaked
if
out.
they've detected you yet. From the way the vehicle's moving in traffic, it appears that um, you have not been detected. It doesn't. It's basically following the regular traffic patterns, and you're really just now emerging from this alleyway that where you had stashed your bike and the van.
Well, she's not giving away her position yet, or at least she doesn't think she is.
Yeah, it seems like you still have the element of surprise on your side.
Mm. So it seems. She's not doing anything. She's holding her turn. Or, yeah, that's the turn.
Okay, so you're gonna fall in behind the night sky.
Yeah.
All right, Nightingale. You see Boxer and the girl Cecile on the motorcycle sliding into traffic behind the vehicle over which you
Kirsten?
see the AR symbol of yeah, Kirsten, that's what I meant.
Sorry. Oh, also, I don't have AR.
Oh, you don't.
Mhm.
So all you see is them following a large white vehicle. Um, yeah, that's all you see at this point.
Uh, yeah, I didn't cast my net. So I'll just keep on them, but like staying in the same lane or like one off, but I don't wanna be following them or like right on top of them. This will be a little bit harder for me, but I can do it. I'm smart.
Well, the good thing is right now, due to the fact that they haven't realized that you're behind them or that they're being followed or that there's anything going on, there's no evasive action or crazy driving that's going on. So we don't really need a vehicle control test since you're really operating within the normal limits of the vehicles.
But you have to spin a complex action every turn to remain in control. How do additional passes work in 4E? Sorry.
Additional action passes?
Mhm.
Everyone gets 1 pass, and then the extra passes happen.
Yeah. But I don't think you have to roll every turn unless you're doing something that's really
You have to spend a
outside of
complex
normal
action controlling the
norm
vehicle every
complex.
turn. Not every pass, but every turn.
Yep. No. Like I said,
Um,
I'm getting my head back into Shadowrun.
hmm.
The most
Yeah,
perishable of skills.
uh, I suppose. Hmm. Let me look and see what all I have in the car and on my person. There could be something that I could throw out. I could get in front of them and throw for them to take them off the immediate road, make them slow down, something.
You could always ram them.
That is, uh, that could kill a lot of people. Uh, um, hmm, blue sprayer.
There's really not much we can do. We can't communicate. I'll stop talking. In character, that is.
I suppose. Hmm. Do I have any like so the road ahead of us, uh like what kind of road is this? Is this a motorway? Is it just straight like is it a normal residential road where it branches off like regularly to, you know?
More of a main road in downtown Seattle. You've got two lanes of traffic going in each direction, with smaller side streets coming into it,
Okay,
and they seem to be headed.
how busy are the roads currently?
Not terribly busy. Um, Busy enough. I mean, it's midday, so sort of regular traffic, not traffic jam type traffic.
Hmm,
Not
that
really
makes
bumper
it.
to bumper yet. And the vehicle, for both of your knowledges, seems to be headed in the direction of um, towards the ocean. So it's headed west
Mm. Towards the ocean, like the coast, or towards the Puget Sound?
towards Puget Sound.
Mm. Mm. Right. Okay, I'm going to wait until we get onto a less busy road before I take any other drastic action. Just follow it and see where they're going. Keep an eye, make sure that I have an eye both on Boxer's motorcycle and the vehicle she appears to be following.
Okay. All right. Your little impromptu motorcade's making its way through downtown Seattle, headed, like I said, west towards Puget Sound, and soon starts to head a little bit more northwest and into a more what appears to be more of an affluent residential style neighborhood. So very affluent. The kind where Boxer, you imagine you'd probably eventually start seeing either private security or probably private security for the residential areas, um, taking an interest in non-residents kind of thing.
We're
Big
not in
net.
there yet, right?
Excuse me?
We're not in there yet, right?
We're not there yet, no.
All right. All right, then. This needs to stop here. Right, it's over. All right, communication. I have Nightingale's comm. All right, I'm gonna use, I think it's a free action to use the embedded comm link to hit up Nightingale.
Yeah, Nightingale, your comm rings.
I imagine she has like a mount for it in the front. She'd
Sure.
you might have to scramble
Probably
for a
linked
moment to find.
to your van's audio like Bluetooth anyway, so you can probably do a hands-free.
Oh, can she verbally accept it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, she'll do that.
It's the future
Um,
after all.
it is the
Exactly.
future. Uh, she immediately says, "Yeah, hello."
All right, we need to stop this car here. Up ahead, they'll have security, and we aren't getting to that. Especially not you.
Okay, so I have an idea. I don't know how effective this is going to be, but there's a tent in the back of my car. Uh, if I could pull in front of them and have the car drive it, the cars can drive themselves, right? Yeah, yeah, for a little bit.
Hmm.
Uh, I could throw the tent onto their windshield and make them stop.
Oh, nice.
That's is a very creative, very creative plan. Well, I don't have anything better, so if you can get ahead, do it. If you
All right,
can't, well, I'll figure out a way of slowing them down.
okie dokie.
Elizabeth, what's Nightingale's driving skill?
She does not have one. She's currently going off entirely of the intuition of spellcraft the intuition she gained through spellcraft, which means she effectively has I believe a 3 die for pilot groundcraft tests.
All right, so
It's
you're not
two.
actually going to be piloting though. You're basically putting this thing on autopilot, and
She
you're going to go in the back and get the tent ready.
yeah.
So are you basically just
Uh
selling it past that vehicle? I imagine you could probably do that, or
yeah, its pilot is 2, so I only have 1 die over it. So I imagine it can do that just fine.
yeah, as long as the other driver doesn't start trying to evade or create other unnecessary or difficult actions.
Yeah, have it pull up and then what lane are they in?
They've started. You're only down to one lane at this point. You've left the other road you were on earlier, and you're down to one lane.
Ooh, it would be kind of impossible to get up in front of them without being suspicious, huh?
You're in a van. You could just drive like a jerk delivery driver.
Sure.
Although I'm not going to tell you what you need to do.
Uh, yeah, I'll tell would it even do that? The car?
Uh, you could tell it to hurry. You're in a rush.
Okay, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to drive the car and try and pass them, uh, which would be a complex action.
Yeah, and probably a vehicle control check test.
Well, it depends upon what exact if the other lane of traffic is particularly busy. The other, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
The other side of the road.
I think so. I think you're going to need to do it just to pull
Okay.
out into the other lane. accelerate past them, pull back into the other lane in the middle of downtown Seattle.
Oops. Yikes.
Yeah. So you pull out into the lane to pass, and immediately are forced back into behind Boxer as an oncoming delivery truck blares its horns at you.
I'm going to honk back at it with the very polite, high-pitched, European-sounding honk of the step fan.
All right. So now go ahead and try again.
Oh, I can try again. Okay.
Just don't glitch.
Just don't do it. Just do better.
I should steal your car and drive it.
Oh, good grief. You're getting better. It's getting closer.
I get the feeling it's going to
We're
get worse before
almost
it
there.
gets better.
We're almost there.
Ah, so close. They get ahead of you on a red light, and you're forced to stop at an intersection.
Fuck! Sorry, I mean drag.
Boxer, you realize that the van is having trouble passing. At this point, I feel a little bit bad because we're not including Cecile, but I imagine Cecile and Alice DeVry are having a rather formal and stilted conversation in the back of the Eurocar. Either that, it's devolved into an uncomfortable silence.
Possibly both at varying times.
But so far, in the nothing untoward. There's no indication that anything's happening, even though you remember that you've got your comlink set to broadcast the your location icon for Boxer, who you not Boxer for Kirsten, who you fervently hope is coming to the rescue.
Alright, she's clearly not getting ahead of that, so it seems we're going to do some creative maneuvers.
All right, what are you
Us-
trying to do?
She too is going ahead of the car. This time she's going to do something a little more drastic than throwing a tent.
Oh, geez.
She's going to try and make it seem as though she's spinning out in front of the limo so that they like brake.
Are you
Slow
going to
down.
warn Kirsten about what you're going to do?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I guess it's a a pilot groundcraft skill test for
All
you
right.
too.
Any mods?
No, just straight.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. 9 die, and I get a 1. Okay.
Wow. Dice are not smiling upon you right now.
No, they aren't.
All right, you've tried to pull out. You realize that you've forgotten that Kirsten's on the back. The weight is throwing your balance off a little bit, and you pull back in behind the west wind, to regain control. Nightingale, why don't you make another test?
To do the thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
In
I
this
can do
case,
that.
rather to catch back up.
Oh no. Yeah, I'll do that. I assume because it's just normal traffic now, it should be easy. It should just be
It should be easy, but your
should be.
van's acceleration is not very impressive.
It should be. Oh, I'm typing it
And
wrong.
Veronica, I apologize if we're offending you with our lack of role play here.
Ah, that's cool.
There we go. I
I
got a
did read
single
the.
hit.
There you go. You
Finally.
managed to gun it and catch back up just in time to see Boxer start to pull out, and then the rear wheel start to shake a little bit. There's a little wobble, and she pulls back in. So, let me make another roll here. Actually, let's just do it like this. Okay. Oof, okay. All right. Ahead of you, the Eurocar west wind seems to suddenly be picking up speed. Boxer, since you've got the better reaction, why don't you? Are you going to try and pass them again? Are you going to make another attempt?
Yeah, make another attempt at trying to get him to slow down. Right. Let's do this again. The dice gods smile upon me. The dice god smiled upon me, I hope.
It did, yeah.
Oh yeah,
My thing keeps getting blocked by pop-ups.
5 hits. Nice. All right. So, taking into account the extra weight of Kirsten on the back, you accelerate past the car, the white limousine, and pull in front of it. And what exactly are you trying to do with this maneuver?
She's trying to make it seem like she's losing control and entering their lane so that they slow down.
Okay, so as you pull back in, you're slowing down and creating some artificial wobble or shake and braking. Okay, does that sound about right?
Yes.
All right. So inside the limousine, Cecile, you the clean modern aesthetics of Evo's corporate design language aren't really calming your nervous anxiety that you're fighting to contain, and you're feeling the vehicle suddenly pick up speed. Um, at the same time, you feel a sort of a thrill, um, a well-known thrill you always get when you're sort of deep in the pursuit of a secret or information,
Hmm?
and you notice a sudden motion from Alice. She sort of nods. She's sort of inclined her head. Um, she's obviously receiving a message in AR, and her eyes are on you. And why don't you make a judge
Hmm.
intentions roll?
Oh
Judge
boy,
intentions.
this will be great.
1,
1. All
a
right.
little below average.
It's not a little bit below average. Oh, that is a little bit below average. Oh no.
So you see that she's got getting some message in AR, and her eyes are on you. And just for the briefest second, you see, her icy facade, her cool facade slips, and you see a blend of frustration and anger, and probably more chilling for you, a sense of a renewed appraisal as she's looking at you. And then the corporate mask is back in place.
Cecile probably lightly swirls her water and says, "Is there some kind of rush?"
I underestimated you, she says. I thought you were just a simple student who stupidly stuck her nose where it didn't belong. But it appears you've been working with somebody else. And she reaches for your handbag.
I'm going to make a composure test to see if Cecile can pretend that she knows what she's talking about.
Okay.
Eh, well enough.
Sure.
Which is sort of odd because do you want to know what she's talking about?
Cecile does not know that she has other shit on her mind.
So she's trying to play it off like, yeah, I know.
Totally.
um, Alice is reaching for your bag. She says, give me your bag now.
Cecile hands it over calmly, as calmly as she can.
Um, and that will be that pass. And at that point, the driver, so Boxer is pulled in front of the car, attempted to, actually rather convincingly attempted to make it appear as if she was slightly losing control and or slowing down. Um, the driver of the night sky suddenly accelerates and attempts to pass Boxer. So he pulls out past Boxer into the other lane. Let's see how he does with that.
How does he do? I can hear the actual dice tumbling in your hands.
Yeah, he does pretty good. So um, Nightingale, as you're following, catching, you've caught up now. You see Boxer make the play to pass the limousine and brake hard. The limousine does not stop as intended. It simply swerves around her and starts to accelerate it. And it may
The
be that
oncoming lane of traffic?
into the oncoming lane of traffic. Yep. It may be that that you are no longer unnoticed at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Boxer, it's your turn again. Did we lose Valerie?
I'm here. Sorry, bit distracted. What was it you said?
So it's your turn again. As you pulled off your maneuver quite handily, but the Instead of stopping or slowing down, the limousine sort of swerved out into the oncoming traffic lane and is now attempting to pass you.
She's gonna be a jerk driver and keep them in that lane.
Ooh, scary. Okay.
They're going to fucking stop. Or kinetic energy is going to stop them.
Are you going to do anything else, or you?
No, she's not pulling any guns, tempting as it is.
All right, Nightingale, what are you doing? You've caught up to them, so now they're speeding along ahead of you. Um, Boxer on the motorcycle in your lane, and the limousine in the passing lane or the oncoming lane. Basically, they're neck and neck at this point.
Um, I want to pull up to its side, which I imagine is simple enough that I could tell the dog brain computer to do it. And I want to use my action to grab the glue sprayer, my glue sprayer from inside of the car.
Oh, I
Oh
should
no.
probably. Should I roll? Oh, sorry.
Grab my glue sprayer from inside of the car and roll it on a window. And try and shoot the thing in one of its wheels.
Oh.
The glue sprayer.
It shoots like basically like a foamy glue. If you hit a person with it, it tends to like immobilize them immediately.
Hope it's kinetically activated.
Kinetically?
Yeah, impact.
Oh, I imagine, yeah. Something. Otherwise it's just going to slosh off because it's going so fast.
Mm.
All right, I think between getting, telling the dog brain to pull up and rummaging around and pulling out the glue gun, that's going to be your action.
A complex action. Remind me how it works. You get either a complex action or two simple actions and any number of free actions that is reasonable, right?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Well, that's my turn then. She like climbs into the back seat. Probably at this point she's going to like pop off her plate carrier too. But I imagine it just has a little pull tab like modern plate carriers, and grab the glue gun, and that's my turn.
All right. The driver of the vehicle is going to go again. And he is maintaining control of the vehicle. He's not able to get ahead of you, pull you ahead of you guys, or pull anything else off at this point. And then it's Boxer's turn again.
All right.
It definitely seems like the chase is on at this point.
She's trying to keep it in the lane enough, hopefully, so that it hits something. Not well, shit.
So
It's a little difficult when you're on a motorcycle, though.
I was just going to say, just remember that vehicle outmasses you significantly.
Like
So if
she's not gonna
something,
like grind against it.
yeah, if something decided to block its path, it would be safer for it to simply pull over into your lane against you. Just tactically speaking.
All right, what do I got here? Nothing refusing. Should have considered that perhaps more explosives would be necessary. Oh well.
What if
You
I do
learn
that
something
again?
new every day. Wait a second. Is the car soundproof?
I
I
would
guess I'll
imagine
figure.
so.
It's probably quite soundproof.
I mean, it's a very fancy car, so it probably has microphones on the outside in case you wanted to hear what was going on.
All right, time for something drastic. She's going to pull away from the car, get some distance.
Pull ahead.
Not in. No, to the side. And yeah, it's time to get forceful. She's pulling her pistol.
Oh no.
Oh yes, I have a plan. Trust me, it'll be great.
Do you have a plan?
Yes, kind of.
I'm just pointing out, you all did just drive at the problem without trying to think of a plan beforehand.
Well, I know how to make them stop,
We had limited time.
and it's contingent on them listening to me.
You think they're going to listen?
Oh, they will.
Oh no.
Oh God, I can hear Veronica like covering her face. Oh
Uh,
Okay. So you pull away. You pull to the side. You create some distance between yourself. You pull your pistol, which is, I believe, just a simple action.
Yes. Actually, wait. I think I have something that makes it free
Actually,
action.
I feel like I missed something here.
Wait a second. Insert clip, pick down, put up. No, guess not. Oh well. I have a plan. I'm gonna do something crazy. It's probably gonna get us killed, but you know what? Fuck it, right? Oh, what's this? I thought we already had initiative rolled.
Yeah, Kirsten hadn't rolled initiative yet.
Ah,
Little gremlin.
Troublemaker that she is.
silly girl.
All right, Boxer.
All right. So we have distance so that they can't hit us. I'm gonna start firing at them. Like I wanna if I can compromise the window.
Are you trying to make a called shot?
Yes. Yes. Called shot with the handgun.
Page 161. And you're shooting at which window?
The front window.
Okay, so the passenger
One
side next to the driver.
yeah. Called shot. How does that work? Hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at vehicle combat right now.
I did try to warn you about it.
I just need to get their attention. I mean, if they shoot back, that also works for what I need.
An attack can only target the vehicle or its passengers, unless, well, it's one of three things.
Technically, I'm aiming at the passengers, I guess, since they're behind the window. But the point is, I want to put enough bullets in that window so that it breaks, or that they pull down the window and shoot back. Either way, I need that window open.
So called shot is a free action. So you can target, basically what you're trying to do is target a specific area.
Indeed. Where is the vehicle thing? I guess it's not a matter. I mean, I don't really see how there'd be a modifier for aiming at a window at that range.
I don't either. I think
I
that's
wouldn't
pretty
either.
much just a regular
Mm,
gunfire, but you're probably going to have a negative for driving.
yeah. What's my mod? Imagine.
Oh, by the way, damaging barriers. If you're
Tacker,
specifically aiming for the barrier, it does 2 times damage for each bullet that hits it.
Oh, cool.
in a moving vehicle, -3 dice pool modifier.
All right. It's a 3. And that is with the mod.
And then I have no clue how you would calculate its barrier.
The barrier would probably be ballistic glass.
Oh wait, no. It would be the body plus armor of the vehicle, I think. Disregard what I said about barriers.
Well, barrier rating, so ballistic glass would be 4, would be armor rating of 4.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's the damage from the pistol?
It's rounding. That's 5 physical.
You got 3 hits, you got 5 physical. I mean, I think we can safely say that you took the -3.
That's with the -3, yeah.
Okay.
She has a lot of pistol skills.
So you destroyed the window. You know, your bullet
Do I still have a free action? Actually, wait.
passes through,
Let me see.
shattering the window. And let's just do a quick. Actually, give me a roll your edge.
All right. No. Why did it modify it with body? No, this edge. Stop. Oof. Could be worse.
Yeah, you got a hit, and it looks like the security officer behind the window was just in the process of doing something when your bullet passed through and caught him.
Oh, that wasn't my intent, but that also works.
And what did you say the damage was? 6?
5p. Or was it
5p.
5p or 6? Yeah, it's 5p.
All right. So, if you're, and is that, so that's your fully modified damage value?
Yeah. Standard ammunition because they wouldn't let me buy armor piercing.
How dare they?
Yeah, I know, right?
So your damage value is less than his ballistic, so it's just stun damage.
I'll take stun. I don't want him to get shot by a bullet. Just gonna
Wow.
get the damn point.
He got 1 hit.
So I have another passive for this. Okay, it works. Commanding voice. Is it a complex action? Yes. Okay. Well, I'll be fine.
So he took 4 stun. So that security officer, you suddenly come face to face with him. You see that he's clutching his shoulder in pain as the bullet shatters the glass and slams into the armor in his shoulder. So you have a free action now if you wanted.
Right. Let me check something real quick. So I have the thingy that makes some simple actions. Yeah, no, that's not working. All right, she's pulling back some, so that he can't have a return shot unless he sticks himself out the window, which would just be a free action. But
All right. So he is actually up next,
mm,
and he is going to let loose. You see a sudden, you see a sudden crackle of energy come out of the window at you. He's casting stun bolt at you.
oh, you motherfucking mages!
So vehement for a little pony.
She's a cat.
Uh,
She's a big one.
All right. So run me through this real quick, please. He's going to cast it.
Mm.
He's got 5. He's going to cast it at a force 3, but he
Okay.
uses his magic.
So he would roll spell casting he would decide the force, roll spell casting to see if he meets that force, and then resist the drain for the force that he casted the spell at, accounting for its drain code. The effective force is the thing that governs damage. So since he got a 3 in spell casting, that means that he casts it effectively at full force.
All right. So he rolls a spell casting, and then he rolls.
And then he rolls to resist the drain.
Yes.
Because it's mana? Wait.
They're probably hermetic tradition, which means they're rolling logic plus willpower.
Yeah, logic plus willpower.
Yes,
Because
unless you want them to be some other weird tradition.
Nope. That's
it's a direct spell, he doesn't have to roll to hit as long as but she can resist
There's a
also.
-1 to his because Boxer having mystic armor,
Oh.
the power.
What does that affect?
Astral and physical. But it's only 1. So
so he only got 1 hit. So does that mean he got 2 stun?
Yeah, he takes 2 stun. Well, hold on. What is the drain code for stun bolt?
The drain code for stun bolt is
Force divided by 2 minus 1.
Force divided by 2, so 3, 1.
So he takes no drain.
He takes no drain. Yeah. All right. So that means Boxer gets to resist.
Mm-hmm. Which, let me check how she would do that.
okay.
Hmm.
Body or willpower. In this case, it would be willpower. So Boxer
roll
rolls their
willpower.
willpower. Yeah, just willpower. Unless you have counterspelling somehow.
She has
Mm.
mystic armor. I don't know how that plays into it.
Oof.
Didn't you say the mystic
um,
armor gives you an additional dice?
It's like armor, but astral they applied. So would it?
I suppose it would mean that you resist a single point
Mm, Okay.
of direct spells, I think.
Okay, so that means I get one
Yeah, you
point
have
of
mystic
resistance.
armor rating 1.
Yeah, well, I rolled a 0 on the
So you take
willpower.
2 stun damage.
Right. How do I mark this off? Core? Yes. 2 stun.
Yeah, you feel the impact not so much physically as you do psychically. It's like being tased, but somehow more not quite physical, just sort of emotionally, spiritually. It's definitely unpleasant.
I've been spiritually stunned. Oh my god.
Mystic armor does not apply to spells.
It doesn't?
Nope.
Ouch.
I thought it did. Could have sworn it did.
Well,
It
then that means
applies
you take 3.
to astral combat, which is not spells.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Oh, guess that means I got a -1 from now on. Oof.
Don't worry. It'll be okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
but you've hit the mage for 4 stun already. So actually, Wait a minute. He was hit for 4 stun. Shouldn't he be taking a negative?
Yes,
Yeah.
-1. It's -1 every 3.
Okay, so he should have actually rolled.
So they get a -1 anyway.
Well, we'll roll with it for now. I
Oh,
just need to remember
also,
on his next pass.
I remember you have to resist a minimum of 2 drain. So he takes 1 stun damage
Additional
from drain.
stun. Ouch.
Mhm.
5 stun. Oof.
He is unpleasantly surprised by that.
Sucks for him. It shouldn't have been mean. Gosh.
It was just a little delayed, you know? The endorphins from getting shot.
Yeah, the adrenaline sort of masked it.
And then he was like, "Ah, damn it, my hands are cramping." Ah! Or however drain would manifest for him in particular. Ah!
Yeah, not quite like that, but it probably more manifested in a bunch of expletives being said. All right, so that was him. What is Kirsten going to do? She's not going to do much of anything, I don't think.
Maybe she wants to shoot back. She
She's
does have
got
a taser.
taser.
I mean, is it wired? If not, then
She's
well.
doing something. Let's just put it that way.
Oh God.
And that brings us back to Nightingale and her glue gun.
The horse with the glue gun.
Oh my God, she has a glue gun. What's she gonna do?
It's like Gmod.
I
As
feel like they're really just trying to make my life difficult right now.
Oh yeah, we love making your life difficult, Paul. It's our job. We're players.
before she rolls the window down, Nightingale is going to pull up her kerchief to cover her face because very tactical. They can't see my face. Okay, they can't know I'm a horse. And I'll roll down the window and I'll try and take a shot at the back window. The not back window, the back right wheel, I suppose.
All right, where is this device, this weapon, or this device found in the book? Let's read up on this.
Glue
Would you
gun.
be wise? It's glue sprayer.
Yeah.
I feel like
Or
we need to. I feel like we need more
Page-
information.
Page 336. Glue sprayer. This fast-acting aerosol superglue allows the user to quickly seal off a portal, such as door or window. The glue takes 1 combat turn to harden. Anyone attempting to force open the door must make a strength plus body opposed test against the glue's dice pool of 10.
So Elizabeth, I don't think this is going to work.
he's trying it anyway.
All right.
What a precious pony.
Give me an edge roll.
A fucking wily coyote. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you an edge roll. No other attribute, none.
0 hits. All right. Yeah,
Who could have seen that coming?
you guys are sort of in a tight cluster at this point because both Boxer and the van are on the same side of the limousine, so you're pretty closely
Can I
clustered
spend
together.
my edge to retry that?
Absolutely. Well, and not on a straight edge roll.
Oh, okay. Unfortunate.
Yeah, this is really just sort of a luck roll, and you didn't have any. I mean, as you spray the fire the glue out towards the rotating rubber disc on which these machines move themselves, the whipping wind of your passage instantly catches the aerosol glue and blows it back behind you, and you realize that strategy is going to be ineffective.
I imagine she'd immediately once that becomes apparent, she's just gonna throw it into the undercarriage, I guess. But not on the seat, but down there, and probably roll up the window again. A little ashamed.
All right.
Poor girl. All right, who's it now?
She's she's
It's
trying.
the what's her name? DeVry.
Alice DeVry. So Alice has taken Cecile's bag, is now rummaging through it, and pretty quickly pulls out your comlink.
Ah, no, not the expensive comlink.
The seal is not leaving without that cop.
Is she gonna
Just
fall
wanted
it
to
out?
hear.
She gonna fight over it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm curious about.
Oh my God.
Like, she's fine right now. I mean, I assume this is like seconds before the bullets hit, and I just want to be clear: the second bullets hit, Cecile is dropping onto the floor.
Okay. So, yeah, Alice has grabbed up the comm link, and she's trying to activate it, and she's looking at you. She says, "Turn the tracker off right now." And at that point, the bullet has crashed through the front window. You hear a gunshot. Alice hasn't twitched so much at that, but Cecile is throwing herself down on the floor.
Yeah, no, Cecile probably after a second of like what, and then just drops to the floor.
Dropped after
More
that.
than likely spilling water.
Just lets go of the bottle of water and drops to the floor. Yeah, I think this was probably all rather surprising to Cecile at this point.
Yeah, I'd be a
Actually,
little surprised if I got shot at.
would Cecile have heard the glass breaking?
Yeah, I think so.
Cecile is also screaming.
All right. Any other actions, Cecile, from you?
Let me look. Nope, nope, nothing.
All right. All right. So you've dropped to the floor when you heard the gunshot and glass breaking. Alice is trying to get you to unlock your comm link, and it is the driver of the limousine's turn again. So no, we actually should make another initiative pass at this point.
All right. How do I tap it and then I roll initiative? Sweet.
Right, because
I
Boxer,
suppose.
you have 3 passes. The driver only had 2. So I feel like
Ta-da.
I let that one get a little bit away from me, but we'll do better now that we remembered.
All right. So what's up? What's going on?
We're rolling initiative again.
Well, I already rolled mine. Good. This is the way I like it.
Cecile, did you roll initiative already? Nightingale, you rolled. Okay. All right, Boxer, you're up. You've just gotten hit by some form of magical energy from the security guard who was in the passenger side who you hit with the bullet.
Would going up be a free action?
Would going what?
Driving up to the window.
No.
Darn. Kind of messes up my plan. All
Yeah,
right.
it's a little bit. I mean, so you've got to make, according to what Elizabeth was telling us, you've got to use at least one complex action for your driving per pass. So you've got 3 passes, right?
Yes.
So you don't have to take that complex action to drive right now. So I guess,
So I
or I
could
mean,
go up.
you could drive up with the complex action, and then the next pass you would have a complex action to attack them.
Nobody else would be able to. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use that
Right.
complex action to go up, drive up.
All right.
And since it's the next pass and nobody else has any passes, because I am just fast as fuck, yo. I have my complex action I need. All
Yep.
right, time for
And then
something
it's
crazy.
then the driver of the other van or of the other vehicle is going to make a vehicle control test to make sure that after the shooting and everything, he's got
Oh,
it under
in control.
control. He does.
Good for him.
But he doesn't manage to do any more with that roll. And then Alice reaches down and grabs a hold of Cecile's hand and casts Mind Probe.
Oh wow, they're spooky fuckers.
Yeah, well, she certainly is.
They're so spooky that they glow green in the astral.
I imagine Cecile definitely knows what this spell is. It is also like
Okay, so
you'll probably want to cast this one like reasonably high.
all right, so she is gonna cast it at a 4/6. That should be entertaining. Where is?
Oh, oh wow. Oh.
Okay, so that's part of that group, and she got 4
Okay.
hits.
Okay. And now we look.
So yeah, you feel the invasive nature of the from this DeVry woman and disable it.
Don't forget drain. Presumably logic plus willpower.
So it's so variable,
It would
right?
be in
So,
magic.
oh, there it is.
Okay. Another question: is psychokinesis relative to the mage or the manosphere? Like when an object is being moved via psychokinesis, what would you say, Paul? It would probably be most reasonable because if you're moving in a car and it's relative to the manosphere, you wouldn't actually be able to manipulate things like that. Now that I think about it, so it would be relative to the caster.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
With my bright idea in motion, I want to grab my chisel. And I'm going to
She has
use
all
my
sorts of weird gear.
She's going to open the door. Not open the door. Roll down the window. Tell the car to roll down the window. Actually, she's going to grab the chisel with the psychokinesis, and because they're nearby and she can clearly see that door. She wants to bring one of the doors of the limousine. She wants to use the chisel, hook into the door, and then use all of her psychokinetic might to wrench it open.
Like crowbar?
Yes, that's exactly what it is, and it doubles your effective strength. And because my psychokinesis, its effective strength is willpower plus magic, I'm rolling 11 die.
All right, go for it. I thought you were gonna try and
One,
tear the
2,
tire again.
3.
1, 2,
So that's
3.
6 because I'm using the chisel. 6 to break open the door. 6 die. 6 hits.
All right, so let's go back here and find the vehicle's body. That give me a good indication of what's going on. All right, so you got 1, 2. You only got 3 hits on all that.
No, it would be 6 effective. That was my effective strength for prying it open. 6. Wait, is that even
1.
a little bit above average?
So I'm gonna say it resisted, and I rolled. Basically, I looked at the vehicle's body, and I took a reasonable extrapolation from that to what it might require to pry open the door, and rolled that against your hits. And you got 4 net hits. So we're gonna say that you managed to jam the chisel into exactly the right spot and overcome the mechanism of the lock. And all of a sudden, the rear door is flung open into the wind. It's not going to stay open. Obviously, the passage of the wind is going to push it closed again, but it is definitely unlocked and unsealed. And inside of the limousine, all of a sudden the road noise and wind and air um, fill the interior of the cabin.
Was I told what Cecile looks like? Remind me.
Um, I don't remember. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Actually, I don't remember if Kirsten showed you guys a picture. I think she might have actually.
Yeah, she did.
So you have a mental image of Cecile.
Am I seeing her?
Yeah,
Not
in that
really.
brief moment in which the door springs open, the inside of the limousine is visible to you, and um, you see a young woman lying on the floor, and um, another woman who's sitting in one of the seats is reaching down and grabbing hold of her wrist with one hand and has a comlink in her other hand. Um,
You,
and do a quick judge intentions roll.
she would probably also be able to see the magic, like, of the mind probe.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, you can see that the woman who's leaning over is casting some kind of spell on the woman on the floor, and the intent is obviously um, malicious. The body language of the woman in the who's sitting is obviously offensive in nature towards the woman on the ground on the floor.
Would you say wrenching the door open would be a complex or simple action?
I think that was a complex action.
Mm. Well, as a free action, I want to call and say, "Hey, poopy head!"
Didn't you roll your window up again?
No, I rolled it down. I didn't roll it back up.
Okay.
It would probably interrupt line of sight if I actually had to look down.
Cecile, you suddenly in the midst of this rushing wind and the effort to resist this malign woman's mind probing here, you suddenly hear a strange voice yelling from outside. What was it again?
Hey, poopy head!
Cecile isn't reacting. She can't process any of this right now.
She's not even calling to Cecile. She's trying to grab the attention of the offending mage. But that's I suppose that's my turn.
All
I
right.
may shift down now to break line of sight directly on me once I do that. Well, actually, no, I can't do that because the chisel, I would drop it, so I'm not going to do that.
All right. So we are down to the mage, who is going to once again try to cast stun bolt at Boxer.
Also, how are the doors on this limousine shaped? If the rear door I wrenched open will be closed by the wind.
Actually, you know what? How about if we say it's a suicide door? So inches in the back, and actually, when you wrenched it open, the wind has now caught it and folded it open permanently.
That's the term for that kind of door?
Yeah.
That's great. I love that. Honestly, this idea I concocted would probably have it probably would have been right to have done this earlier, but I didn't think of it. I don't think Nightingale would have thunk of it either. This is very high stress.
Yeah, I wonder, as I was sort of thinking about it and picturing what Nightingale was thinking here at the beginning of this combat, like you've this whole situation
It's
is
not
so out of the blue. Like you've you've met Boxer once to interview her. You've never met Kirsten. You don't know who Cecile is. It's like, what? How did I even get into this?
See, but what she's thinking is that while this is dangerous, this is scary, this is confusing, you can't be a hero in this world because, well, some metahumans will die. That's the fact of the metahuman condition. But also, I mean, it would look really good on her resume if she could say that she engaged in heroics on an alien world. It would look pretty good whenever she went back home. You know, at least she'd be able to sell a very profitable book, if nothing else.
Is Grace the Indiana Jones of the Pony World?
Nope. There's already an Indiana Jones at the Pony World.
Staring do. I was thinking that this Equestria was at least before the show or concurrent with the show. So I don't know. I don't know if she would know about Daring Do. But yeah, she's like a nicer lone conquistador, basically. Basically. Um if that makes sense.
You
She's
have to be
driven
much nicer.
Much nicer, yes. She's driven to explore, and at the same time, she has some less than savory intents. It's not that she just wants to learn. She also has personal investment in seeing to it that her expedition brings profit to her and her country and her god in that order.
So she's more like Captain Cook.
I don't actually know Captain Cook.
Yeah, he was a Brit. It was after the conquistadors. He was a British explorer out to find new lands for the British kingdom.
hmm she may not exactly think that she's here to imperialize. She probably thinks it's more like, well, it would be useful to have new trading partners, especially with all of this fancy technology. Though, admittedly, Equestria, it would probably be imperialization one way or the other. That's probably going to end up happening if Equestria
Like
does.
having a friendly relationship with the British.
It's like I don't feel like it could happen either way. I feel like Nightingale is naive. Either Equestria is going to exploit the Sixth World, or a Sixth World is going to exploit Equestria. It's you know. Now, which one's preferable? That would probably come up to the individual.
Is Rainbow Smite a pony name?
Um, it's in the style of a pony name, but I think that you're talking about specifically Rainbow Dash.
Okay. Now there's a In one of the Shadowrun podcasts that I was listening to, there's a Shadowrun. There's a character called Rainbow Smite.
It's probably a reference.
Yeah, I didn't hear that the first time I heard it, but then after we started playing, I was remembering it going, hang on a second.
You were like, "Fuck, I know what that is now."
Yep.
This is the character Rainbow Dash, and this is actually a scene. This is an image from the show. It's a bit of an in between, so it looks kind of wacky and still.
I'm back. If my audio decided to die.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
audio is back now.
I was falling over that character earlier to Liz because I've been reading a fan fiction about her.
And you're like, "Oh my god, the horse is gay. I love it."
Hey, there's more to it than that.
I know, honey. Anyway,
Emma,
4 million word fan fiction. You can't read that without getting some attachment to the character.
what did I miss?
we
Uh,
were just talking.
yeah,
We
pretty
haven't
much.
shared it back up again, but we should probably do that because we have limited time.
Indeed.
Yeah, we need to get Cecile rescued here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the mage is casting another stun bolt at Boxer, and he's going to try and up the power a little bit. He's going to go for a force 4 stun bolt,
Hmm.
and so he's got to roll his spell casting first, and he got 2 hits. So wait a minute, how many? What does that mean for the hits that he gets on his sorcery cast? That means the actual power that he can roll it at.
Yeah, that would be the actual force he is effectively casting at.
All
But
right,
it still takes 4 drain. Sucks for him.
Yeah, he takes whatever drain is appropriate for the force he attempted to cast at.
and that was logic plus willpower,
Mhm.
and he got 2 hits, so he takes 2 drain. Actually, no.
Ow.
Hang on a second. I keep forgetting to take his dice away because he's already got 5 stun.
Oh my god, this man is about to kill himself.
Usually, what
So-
I do when I do that is I just lop off the last dice rolled, which in this case doesn't matter.
So how about what if I just re-roll?
You could do that.
Go for it.
That way I wanted it
That's
to.
conjuring.
Conjuring.
Unless he has the same in conjuring as he does in sorcery. He doesn't.
But doesn't he? Oh, roll conjure.
That's a good question.
Modifiers, sorcery group. So that was -2 dice, right? He got 2 hits. So the force stayed the same, and then his logic plus willpower. He actually did better there, didn't he? I feel like I cheated, but it doesn't really matter, right? So he resisted 4 drain with a roll with 3 hits, so he still took 1.
1 stun. And also, if the amount of drain that you take is higher than your magic, it becomes physical.
All right, what's his magic?
I don't
No,
think
it's-
it would apply here, but
It's the force you cast it at.
oh, what force did he cast it at?
4.
What's his magic?
His magic is 3.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, he takes 2 physical drain.
Oh. Ow, this man's gonna kill himself.
That's what I said. They're paying him something crazy if he's willing to do that.
Yeah, he didn't appreciate that. That didn't work out the way he wanted it to.
Imagine like he realizes that he's like bleeding from the nose.
Probably bleeding from a little more than the nose at that point.
Who will 2 drain?
Well, he's got 2 physical and 5 stun. He's feeling really beat up at this point, but it's probably something that he's experienced before in training.
Maybe.
In any case,
Yeah.
Boxer, you have to resist the stun
So you
stun bolt.
So that's a stun too. How much damage is that? I'm gonna roll.
how much damage does it do?
Oh, hell
Is it
yeah.
equal to the effective force?
Oops.
So you resist it because the effective force was 2.
I actually had a -1 on that, but it'd still be 2 anyway, so.
Yeah, it just does stun damage.
But because she resisted it, it doesn't affect her at all. It's
they're
ineffective.
so nice using only non-lethal spells.
It could be that that's all they know.
Did I send this? I'm so dumb.
Could also be that it would be a really, really bad look to just toss a fireball in the middle of a busy urban street.
All right. So as the mage leans out of the window to cast the stun bolt back at you, Kirsten fires at him with the taser,
Oh, he's not gonna have a good day.
Oh no.
and she gets 0 hits.
Lamau.
The dart flies wide. Oh well, she tried.
I would expect as much. I don't imagine those things are particularly quick.
Cecile, you don't think that Alice got much out of you from you for that on that mind probe? What are you doing?
Well,
The
at the
door is
moment,
open.
Cecile is cowering and probably still screaming a little bit.
The door is
Um,
open to the door to the car is open,
Cecile has not processed that.
and you heard somebody call you poopy face.
No, no, I wasn't calling her.
um, Cecile is probably like just now barely starting to register what's going on and has like kind of half stood up a little bit, but is still just looking around wildly. I cede my turn. Cecile's not doing anything yet.
All
Poor
right,
girl, she's
so
scared,
Boxer, you're up.
and it's just me because nobody else is as fast as the cat.
The driver of the vehicle. The other driver has one past two.
Well, he won't. Well, I guess we'll see about that. Mhm.
Throw a grenade in there. Throw a grenade through the window. This makeshift team of runners seems to be closing in on the girl Cecile's location. Are they going to be able to rescue her? Does she even need rescuing? Let's find out in the next episode. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe or let us know that you enjoyed it or any of your other thoughts. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and/or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to the Hard Knocks Sorority podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and/or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Hard Knocks Sorority podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. The music for the Hard Knocks Sorority Podcast was written and performed by Trace Mineral. The Hard Knocks Sorority Podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons License 4.0, meaning you are welcome to use the material as long as you give us credit.